Thunder up, man. We got to talk the Oklahoma City Thunder. Big dub in Game 7. Oklahoma City crowd showed out. We'll discuss that coming up next here on Locked On Sooners.
You are Locked On Sooners, your daily podcast on the Oklahoma Sooners. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Once again, thanks for making Locked On Sooners your first listen every single day. Shout out to all the everydayers out there tuning in. Subscribe to the show wherever you get your podcast. We're part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. I know as a Dallas Mavericks fan, I'm not supposed to be excited for the Oklahoma City Thunder as a quasi-rival of the Mavs, but man, I can't help it. Like, some of my best friends are Thunder fans. Shout out Jason, my boy Luke. You guys have been longtime Thunder fans. You've gone through the ebbs and flows just as Jay has, just as all of you have. You've gone through the big three, the breakup of the team, the not being able to get past Golden State, losing to the Mavs and Dirk and all that. Went through all the highs and lows of it all, and now the Thunder are NBA champions.
Yeah, John, a lot of people don't understand. I was a employee of the Thunder organization for since 2008. Like, last year was my last year of being on payroll and being able to work games, entertainment side, and helping. And I've just been waiting for this one moment. This is all
breaking news to me. I didn't know that.
Right? Yeah, a lot of people don't know. I used to work games. I worked minor league games. I spent hours upon evenings down there at Paycom Ford Center up in Tulsa when they had the minor league team up there. I was everywhere, and all I've ever wanted to do was see championships. The Blue won a championship last year, and now the Thunder followed behind the next year and get in their ring. So I've got to see both sides of it. The minors as well as the majors finally get that championship, and man, it was an experience. Again, I still don't have a voice from it because of all the screaming and hollering, and just being able to be in the atmosphere is what we needed. And it's awesome because you're starting to see the coaching staff even acknowledge that. You saw Jim Nagy point that out. He tweeted out a picture of Sam Presti, GM to GM. So for Nagy, the big thing is, how am I going to get this here in Norman, just like we got up there in Oklahoma City? You saw Coach Nate Dreiling put out there, why not us? So, John, we have to ask the question, why not Oklahoma City?
Well, I don't know why not.
Why can't the Sooners do it?
Yeah, you've got a GM that's looking to build something special, and he's looking to do things his own way, a little bit different than what other places might expect, similar to Sam Presti. Sam Presti did it his way. He had to make a lot of really difficult decisions to get Oklahoma to this place. The Paul George trade, figuring out how to manage what to do with Russell Westbrook, who was a legend and still is considered one of the hometown favorites of all time. Managing everything that has come with all of these great talents and great assets in a place like Oklahoma City that has experienced reaching the mountaintop, but just coming up short, and then had to tear it all down and build it back up. I mean, he did it his way, and it paid off and it worked. And now Oklahoma City's set up to be a team that can contend for years down the road. Jim Nagy's trying to do it the same way. He's not building in the same way that everybody else is trying to build a football program. And you know what? I don't care. I want a GM that has a strong identity for what he wants his program to look like. I want a GM that's willing to take some risks and take some chances to build a program and build a team that might look a little bit different on paper than what everybody else is trying to do. Because you know what? You got to win in the margins. And if you can win in the margins, you can win in the areas that nobody else is expecting you to win, and that's in your roster building, that's going to make you a potential championship contender. And that's what Sam Presti did. Sam Presti was calculated. He hit in the draft. He took some risks on some players that maybe other people didn't see the value in. And he built a championship contender and a team that turned into a championship team.
That's exactly what he did. He like I said, he did it his way. And he pointed out that one thing I love that Sam Presti said is that next time that we go to the playoffs, we don't want it to be just an appearance. We want it to be an arrival. As in, we want to make sure that we're not going there once. We're not going there. We want to go there every year as consistently as possible, barring injury. And we want to go in there and win a title. We want people to know that we're here. Well, Thunder are here. Mm-hmm. And everybody under contract until through 2027. So they've got 2 more years with everybody that's on the roster today under contract. And as the salary cap continues to go up, they are going to still be in good shape. And if they want to move pieces, they can. If they want to continue to get assets, which I know Sam Presti is going to take some of these picks, he's going to kick them down the street because he doesn't need them right now. No reason to waste those picks if you're not going to use that currency today. Just move it down the line and take somebody else's unprotected in a couple of years. He's going to do that. For Nagy, he doesn't have those picks, but what Nagy does have is he's looking at these recruits and he's trying to find the ones that's going to be able to be here for the next couple of years. And he's also evaluating those talents that could potentially enter the transfer portal, down the line. They're watching and they've got eyes and ears everywhere. That's where that relationship piece goes. I mean, Jaden Knighten enters the transfer portal and he immediately ends up a Sooner. Like, nobody knew how the heck they knew that was going to happen. But hey, somewhere down the line, they probably got him up. But hey, y'all looking for a running back? I know a dude that's going to enter the portal. When he enters the portal, do you want him? Absolutely. I had been looking at this man for a couple years. I said he was going to be one of the best. He did do some injuries. Now he's healthy. He'll be one of the best. And heck, PFF actually is funny because Nagy actually tweeted this out. PFF put up their 2026 NFL draft guys. Number 2 dude on that list in running backs, Jaden Knighten. Nagy kind of put the eyes out there like, Of course, obviously, I have been watching him for the Senior Bowl. Mm-hmm. That's what you're going to be seeing. That's so for me, Thunder winning this championship, Jim Nagy is going to be. I know that he's taken some of the recipes from what Sam Presti is doing to be able to build something here in Oklahoma. So this weekend with Champ U Barbecue obviously is a good example of these were kids that Nagy pointed out and was working with the staff of saying, hey, these are the ones we should be going after because I see the NFL traits. And if they come out there and play like that, you have a chance of pushing for a title. And we know the staff is looking at this saying, all right, the Thunder did it. Now the Sooners got to follow behind.
Yeah, and there's no 1 + 1 = 2 here, but Oklahoma can certainly capitalize on Oklahoma City's success. Those guys are coming down to be a part of Oklahoma athletics. Like, you're seeing them at basketball games. You're seeing them at football games. Like, they're making the trip down to Norman to be a part of what Oklahoma's doing. And there's an opportunity to capitalize on some of that, whether it's like a halftime, hey, welcome the Oklahoma City Thunder, at the halftime of some game or whatever it is. Like, there's a chance to use that to continue to catapult your program forward. Again, it's not 1 + 1 = 2. It's apples and oranges. They're not a direct tie-in to Oklahoma basketball, but there are some tie-ins to Oklahoma athletics and the Oklahoma City Thunder. If they can use that kind of as a springboard to continue to propel and promote the state of Oklahoma as a place to come live, as a place to, do your university schooling at, I think that's all good, man. It's good on the recruiting trail. It's only positive vibes. It's like, hey, if Oklahoma City can win, they can win an NBA championship. The Oklahoma Sooners can certainly win a championship in football. Exactly.
They can do it. We have the talent. We've shown. And the big thing is all the evaluators out there are seeing it. I mean, you're hearing about Grayson Halton, aka G Baby. He's starting to get some recognition. You're hearing about him. You're starting to hear about John Mateer. I mean, from Todd McShay saying he's the most competitive MFer out there, right? You're getting all of that. You're seeing Jaden Knighten rated as one of the top running backs coming up for the NFL draft because this is his last year. He doesn't have any more years. He's done. So yeah, you're starting to see all of that stuff start to snowball. So now they need to show us it on the field. I get that a lot of y'all don't like the hype, but we're reminding you all, we're still holding them accountable on the football field. Mm-hmm. We want to see it. And the good thing is it's still June. It's still hype season. And the best part is once August hits and fall camp, we can actually see game 1, what the heck these Sooners are about.
Yep. And they just have to go prove it on the field. You got to go win games. Doesn't matter what we think. Doesn't matter what the national pundits think. If Oklahoma goes out and wins games, they're going to create the narrative themselves. And that's going to do it for today's episode of Locked On Sooners. Thanks so much for tuning in, being a part of the show. Subscribe to the show wherever you get your podcasts. We're free and available on all podcast platforms and on YouTube. So hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to let you know when new episodes drop. Follow Jay at Unfair Sports. Go check out his channel, Unfair Sports, on YouTube. You can follow me at John 9 Williams. You can read my work covering the Sooners over at SoonersWire.com. The show is at Locked On Sooners on all of your favorite social media platforms. But until next time, he's Jay Smith. I'm John Williams. We'll talk to you then. Boomer
Sooner. Also a thunder up, baby.
Thunder up.
Thunder up, baby. John, you are honorary.
Buddy, even though I'm
You're honorary.
Congrats.